Welcome back to Social Studies. I'm your guide, and in this lesson, we are continuing our exploration of Africa's geographical features. In Lesson 1, we explored the Nile River and the Sahara Desert. We saw how the Nile provided the foundation for Egyptian civilization and how the Sahara became a major trade route. In this lesson, we are exploring two more incredible geographical features, which are the Ethiopian highlands and the Great Rift Valley. These features shape ancient African societies in different but equally important ways. We will also explore how geography influenced agriculture, trade networks, and settlement patterns in early African societies. By the end of this lesson, you understand how geography is not just about maps and locations, but it's about how the physical world shapes human history and society. Let's begin. Let's quickly review what we learned in Lesson 1. We learned that the Nile River is the longest river in the world, flowing through 11 African countries. We learned that its annual flooding deposited nutrient-rich silt that made Egyptian agriculture possible. We also learned that the Nile was the foundation for Egyptian civilization. We learned that the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world, covering 9 million square kilometers. We learned that despite its harsh conditions, it became a major trade highway connecting North and West Africa through trans-Saharan trade routes. The key lesson from both of these features is this: geography shapes human settlement and activity. The physical features of a landscape influence where people live, what they do, and how they interact with each other. Now, let's explore two more geographical features that shaped ancient African societies. The Ethiopian highlands, also called the Ethiopian Plateau, is located in the Horn of Africa. This mountainous region is primarily within Ethiopia but extends into parts of Eritrea and Sudan. The region is characterized by rugged physical features, including steep cliffs, deep valleys, and large plateaus. Its elevation ranges from about 1,500 to 4,000 meters above sea level, giving it a significantly higher altitude than surrounding areas. Because of this elevation, the region experiences a cooler climate compared to nearby lowlands. This cooler climate had a major advantage. One, it helped protect inhabitants from diseases like malaria, which were more common in warmer lowlands. Two, the highlands are a dramatic landscape, mountains rising high above the surrounding terrain, which creates a unique and distinctive region. The Ethiopian highlands were very significant to the development of early communities in the region. First, their rugged terrain provided natural defense. The difficult landscape made it hard for invaders to attack, helping ancient communities protect themselves from external threats. Second, the highlands supported agriculture. The fertile soils and favorable conditions allowed people to grow crops like barley, lentils, and teff. The cooler climate created ideal growing conditions. Third, The cooler climate had a major health benefit. It helped protect inhabitants from diseases like malaria, which were more common in warmer lowland areas. This meant populations were healthier and more stable. Fourth, the highlands became an important center for the spread of Christianity in Africa. The region had spiritual significance, faith, and most importantly, the ancient kingdom of Azim developed in these highlands. Azim became one of the most powerful and influential civilizations in early African history. This shows us how geography creates conditions for civilization to flourish. Now let's look at the Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley extends approximately 6,000 kilometers from the Middle East through East Africa, passing through countries including Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Mozambique. This region is one of the most unique geographical formations on Earth. It was created by the movement of tectonic plates. The tectonic plates are the massive pieces of Earth's crust that move over millions of years. As these plates pulled apart, the landscape developed deep trenches, rifts, and faults that clearly show these geographical processes. The Great Rift Valley is so large that it's visible from space. It is a dramatic landscape with deep valleys, creating one of the most distinctive regions on Earth. Now, let's look at the ecosystems of the Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley contains a variety of ecosystems that support diverse forms of life. First, montane forest. Montane forests found on mountainous areas, and these are known for their cool climate and rich vegetation. Second, savanna grasslands. The savanna grasslands are wide stretches of grass with scattered trees. These support many grazing animals. Third, wetlands. Wetlands provide important habitat for birds and other wildlife. Fourth, and very importantly, several large freshwater lakes. We have Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, and Lake Malawi. These lakes play a vital role in supporting aquatic life and providing water resources for surrounding communities. The Great Rift Valley is incredibly biodiverse. It supports many different plant and animal species, creating one of the richest ecosystems in Africa. The Great Rift Valley was highly significant for human settlement because of its fertile soils and reliable water resources. These conditions made it suitable for farming and allowed communities to grow crops and sustain their livelihoods. The environment supported diverse economic activities. People farmed, fished in the lakes and wetlands, herded animals, and hunted and gathered. The variety of resources meant communities could survive and thrive. The region also supported important trade routes. Because of its strategic location and resources, trade routes developed there, connecting different communities and encouraging the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas. The Great Rift Valley supported rich biodiversity. This means the Great Rift Valley supported diverse wildlife and plant species. This biodiversity meant there were many resources available for human use. And crucially, the lakes and wetlands provided reliable water resources. In Africa, water is precious. The Great Rift Valley's water resources made it an attractive location for human settlement. The Great Rift Valley was a natural meeting place for human development. Now, geography played a crucial role in shaping agriculture in ancient Africa. Early humans needed reliable food sources to survive, and the natural features of their environment determined what they could grow and where. River valleys were particularly important. The Nile River Valley provided fertile land for agriculture, with annual flooding depositing nutrient-rich silt. The Niger River, the Niger River Valley in West Africa, supported powerful civilizations like Mali and Songhai by providing fertile soil and water for crops. Highlands and diverse ecosystems also influenced agriculture. The Ethiopian highlands, with their cooler climate and fertile soils, supported crops like barley and lentils. Variations in altitude created different growing conditions across regions. Savannas were ideal for crops like millet and groundnuts, and forests provided kola nuts and oil palms. Coastal areas allowed cultivation of coconut and oil palms. Africa's rich biodiversity enabled the domestication of both plants, including sorghum, millet, yams, and animals such as cattle, goats, and sheep. This transition from hunting and gathering to farming allowed communities to settle permanently, support larger populations, and develop more complex societies. Geography determined not only whether people could farm, but also what crops and animals could thrive, shaping the productivity and sustainability of ancient African civilization. Geography played a central role in determining settlement patterns in ancient Africa. Access to water was a major factor. Communities clustered around rivers, lakes, and oases. The Nile Valley supported dense populations due to its reliable water supply. Lakes like Lake Victoria and Lake Tanganyika attracted settlements along their shores. Even in harsh desert regions, oases became vital points for human habitation. Fertile land also influenced where people lived. Areas with rich soil, such as river valleys and deltas, were preferred for farming. The Great Rift Valley provided suitable conditions for early human settlement. Natural features like mountains and highlands offered protection from invaders. The Ethiopian highlands, for instance, sheltered the Kingdom of Azum, making elevated areas easier to defend and safer for communities. Climate further shaped settlement decisions. So cooler highlands reduced the risk of tropical diseases like malaria, allowing for healthier and more stable populations. Ancient African people strategically chose settlement locations based on access to water, fertile land, natural defense, and a healthy climate. This demonstrates how geography directly influenced the growth and stability of their societies. In these two lessons, lesson 1 and 2, we have explored Africa's major geographical features and how they shaped ancient societies. We have seen how the Nile River provided the foundation for Egyptian civilization. We have seen how the Sahara Desert became a major trade route. We have explored the Ethiopian highlands and how they provided defense, agriculture, and health benefits. We have examined the Great Rift Valley and how it attracted settlement and supported diverse economic activities. Most importantly, we have learned that geography shapes human history. The physical features of a landscape influence where people live, what they do, and how they interact with each other. We have also learned that ancient Africans were incredibly adaptable. They did not just survive in diverse environments, but rather they thrived. They used geographical features strategically to build great civilizations. Now, I want you to think about your own community. What geographical features are in your community? Why did your ancestors settle where they did? How do geographical features influence your life today? These questions will help you connect ancient history to your own life and understand how geography continues to shape human society. Thank you for learning with me. I hope you have gained a deeper understanding of Africa's geographical features and how they shape ancient societies. See you in the next lesson.